In 2019, I started grade 10. I was never used to the high school life or high school vibes because I was coming from a primary school. From the jump, I noticed how different it is, how different from where I was coming. And I fell for the pressures, the peer pressures, you understand, which steered me away from my purpose. Today, I want to talk about the things I would do different if I was still in high school. And this is coming from a 22-year-old who has been out of high school for over 3 years. The first thing would be to actually take it serious. Looking back now, I noticed that I've been holding myself back all these years. There is so much time that I wasted that I could have put it into the betterment of my school life, just bettering that. I could have put more time into that. I spent time on useless things, which resulted in my marks being lower than a stunt car. You understand? If I was still back in high school, the trick I would add to add more time to me bettering my high school performance would be to, after coming home, I would set aside 1 hour maybe to practice or to study a subject. For example, let's say today was Monday, ne? I would come home, maybe do some chores quickly, you understand? And then when I get that free time, that 1 hour, I would spend it on practicing maths or studying life science, for example, for that 1 hour. And then tomorrow it's another subject, probably life science. And then the other day, it's on that 1 hour, it's another subject. If I did that consistently and actually listened in class and paid attention, I would have done way better than I did. So it's really easy, looking back now, it's really easy to make it. It's really easy to pass, but because we are lazy and we're so focused on the peer pressures that we are faced with every day, we fail, you understand? We fail. Number two, if I was still in high school, I would work on my body. I've been the big guy my whole life. I was just lazy to work out, bro. No other reason. It's not that I did not have time. It's not that I just was lazy to work out. I had all the time. I was just lazy to work out. Being on this weight loss journey, the one thing I keep thinking about is, if only I started sooner. If only I started sooner. Because I had the time, but I chose not to chase this thing I'm chasing, which is a better body. And I failed. I failed during that time. I failed in trying to better my body because I did not value it. I did not see its importance. The only thing important I saw was my friends liking me or females liking me. And looking back right now, I have regret. You understand? I'm regretful. You have the time. Set it aside, dog, and work on your vessel. This thing will take you where you want to go. Anywhere you want to go, you just have to keep it in the right condition. You understand? Keep it in the right condition. This is one thing you will never regret. This is one thing you will never regret. And I'm regretting it. That's why I'm working on it. I'm trying to better it. I could have taken up a sport. I didn't. That's the thing I'm trying to tell you, that during that time where other kids were out there practicing sports, playing their sports, I was just trying to get females. Understand? I wasted all of that time just trying to impress females, trying to talk to females, not focused on myself. I was lazy, bro. I wanted to be comfortable. I just wanted to enjoy. And that's not the life of a man. A man does what he's supposed to do regardless of what he feels. A man is disciplined. That's how you become a good quality man, is being disciplined. And I was not that at that time. I was not that. And I'm living with that regret. I'm living with it right now, but I'm bettering it. I'm taking the steps to make my life better. The third thing I would do if I was still in high school, I would save money. When I was coming home from high school, I would take 2 taxis. One taxi from school to town, and then a taxi from town to home. You understand? But what me and my friends would do to save money, we would ask for lifts from random civilians passing by with their cars to town. Ask for a lift and say, since you're going towards town, can I just hop in the back of your van? You understand? And you just drop me anywhere in town and then I'll just walk to my rank. That's how we would save money. But the thing is, once we would get the lift, save the money, get to town, when we got to town, we'd use that money we just saved on buying amakwenya or just like random stuff. And now that I'm calculating it, because that was like 10 rand saved in that trip. So, and I would spend all that money. When I get to town, I'd spend all the 10 rand before catching a taxi home. And that was like 100 rand a week, though. 100 rand a week, that's 400 rand a month. I lived life during that time telling myself I'm broke. I don't have money. I'm always broke. But I would spend 400 a month just on bullshit, dog. Just on bullshit. I would catch that lift, get to town with the boys, thenga amagwinya, buy amagwinya, chill, just loiter around. That's time being wasted, right? Just chilling there, losing time, losing money, and then we would leave, catch a taxi, go home. 400 rand a month being spent on that nonsense. 400 rand and probably 60 hours, I don't know, because we would spend like 2 hours in town before I'd catch that taxi, you understand? So that's a lot of time and a lot of money being wasted. If only I would go back in time, I would tell myself that this is bullshit. You could have done way more stuff. Imagine if I spent that 2 hours learning a new skill that I could use to make money on the side as a side hustle. Looking back now, I look back with regret and be like, fuck! I fucked up, bro. But it is what it is. We fucked up, we learn, and we move. Now that I'm sitting here and talking to you and telling you my experience and how I came short and how I failed, I expect you to take my failures and try to better your life. Yeah, I don't know. This car has been driving past here, and this guy is talking on a mic saying that they are buying old batteries from people. So if you keep hearing like a megaphone in the background, just know it's that car. The last thing I would tell myself if I were to go back in time and go to when I was still in high school, the thing I would tell myself is females are not going anywhere. Females are not going anywhere. You might not be man enough to admit this, but I will. When I was still in high school, I spent a lot of my time trying to impress females. And I spend a lot of my time trying to impress females. Because in high school, you know, there's social hierarchy. And the niggas who are at the top of that social hierarchy are the niggas who are most likely niggas who are good with the females. And they are loved by females. Most of the time, they are niggas who are playing sports or the niggas that are passing, you understand, that are pulling in good marks. And I did not have that. They were attractive, good looking, they had good bodies, you understand? So it was easier for the females to gravitate towards them. And I did not have that. I was trying hard to get females, you understand? I relied on me speaking, you understand? That's the only thing I relied on. I knew that aesthetically I stood no chance, but I could speak. And now I'm 22, out in the world, and there's an abundance of females. And the only regret I have was, if only I just stopped during that time in high school. If only I just stopped minding females and just like stopped being where females are and just focused on myself and trying to better myself. If I tried focus on myself and building myself, right now I would be way ahead, way far. Because once you try to chase females and try to impress females, you do it in the way that you do stuff that make you lose money or make you lose time, you understand? And time wasted is time you can't get back. So I should have spent that time building myself. If you find a girlfriend during high school, that's a good thing, you understand? It's a beautiful thing. If you find a good girlfriend in high school, congratulations to you. But that's not the end. You will leave high school, you will be in the outside world, and your girlfriend will be exposed to every kind of men. And mind you, she is around this time, probably 1920. This is when females are at their peak. This 1920, 21, around there, that is when females are at their peak. So they are a commodity in the dating market, which means niggas want them. The niggas want them. So if you spend all that time not improving yourself, trying to be the best man you could be, you will get out of high school and you will be complacent because you have a beautiful female that likes you. Now you don't feel the need to work out, you don't feel the need to be in shape, you don't feel the need to better your life because you have this female that already loves you. You don't know that this female is a human. One day she'll go to, you understand, butcheries, she'll go to Groove, because you guys date chicks that drink. One day she'll go to Groove and she'll meet that guy who has been prepared for that moment. He has been doing the workouts, he's been putting in the time, he's been making the man. And then he meets with your chick at the right place, right time, when he is at the peak of his game and she is at the peak of femininity, the peak of her femininity, and the guy is at the peak of his masculinity and you are not, and you think she will not choose the guy. If you don't do that building yourself, she will leave you, or even worse, cheat on you, dog, because now she is exposed to a bigger pool of men, dog. In high school, the only competition you had was probably like, I don't know, 300 men or 200 men. But now she's in the outside world, dog. She's in the outside world. You have 60 million men now to compete with. What you did with the time God has given you will determine if you will prevail in that situation. So build yourself. Females are not going anywhere.